Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a team showcase. You've seen the live of this team already on the channel, and perhaps the showdown stream replay we did on Twitch, if it's uploaded, I don't know yet. But at some point it will be anyways. Here's the team that I will presenting you today. It's kind of a bulky team with setup boys. But it puts a lot of work. So the idea of the team, the first idea, it's to be weakening the opposing teams with chip damage, and then let the sweepers break the walls, and just then make use the speed of Scarf Mesprit to kind of just win the battles. That's how the team works. So the idea is to just use residual damage from status moves and items, and have just safe switches to pretty much most things in the tier, and just go from there. The first Pokemon we're presenting, as you are seeing on the screens, is Alchemy. This is the set we're using: Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire, Recover, and Calm Mind. It has a lot of speed and special attack. It's an offensive attacker with some decent natural bulk on special and physical side. Because of the fairy typing, you usually can switch well into knockoffs and close combats and similar fighting types. But the idea of this speed spread is to add speed, max speed, outspeed, max speed, Gosload, one hit KO it, and not only Gosload but a lot of attackers in the tier are not are not that fast since it's PU. So this speed spread outspeeds for sure a lot of walls, and for sure even some slow special attackers. So there it is. This is the idea of the team. With Mystical Fire, you can also set up on some special attackers as you weaken them with Mystical Fire and then boost with Calm Mind. You can put a lot of work if the opposing team is not prepared. And most teams are not exactly prepared, because this is not one of the most used Pokemons in this tier. So we gotta make a team around it to accompany this powerful boy. Or girl. Actually, I think it's a girl, right? It can only be female. Yes, so it's a girl. So there, there it is. The second Pokemon that I'm going to use is the one that is going to be cleaning most of the teams, or giving second opportunity to the sweepers of this team. It's going to be Mesprit. We're going to be using a choice Scarf set. It's got Levitate, so it gives us ground immunity, which is also always nice. But then we'll have two more, so we're definitely well prepared. Provides momentum to the team with the U-turns, and it's got Psychic. Step very fast Psychic is quite nice, I must say, in the tier as revenge killing Pokemon. Not that many things can take it pretty well. The Steel types are not too strong, and the Dark types cannot switch into U-turn or Dazzling Gleam, so it's quite good to have this around. It's working very well, and the natural bulk allows it to take at least one knockoff, and usually he will be taking hits quite well. I can switch into fighting types that go for fighting type moves as well. And last is Healing Wish. The idea of Healing Wish is to bring back Alchemy, give it a whole new life, give back the Caracosta, which is Sail Smash, or give back the support Talonflame we got for the final stall turns. So yep, Mesprit is here, momentum, and powerful revenge killer for this team. We'll see if this Pokemon stays after March 2021, because in PU I mean, because it's quite powerful. It fits a lot of roles, has a lot of coverage. It just kind of fits the causes that would make a Pokemon to get banned, but we will see. The third Pokemon, as I mentioned, is going to be Caracosta. It's a sturdy Caracosta with Shell Smash. We're packing the heavy duty boots as an item. The idea of this is to preserve the sturdy as best as possible and have free opportunities to set up with Shell Smash. As well, for the attacks, we've got Liquidation, Stone Edge, Aqua Jet, and Shell Smash. We've got Aqua Jet, so that works better with a modest nature, because we're going to be outspeeding a lot of Pokemons at +2 speed with the priority usually goes first. We have extra power on that, and you know, the base speed is 32, as you can see, which is not very strong. Even a +2 is not incredibly fast. So the idea of this Caracross, more than sweeping, is to wall break and to use it as priority. But it can sweep, you know, depending on how the team works. Stone Edge and Liquidation as stabs, and then of course it's got Natural Bulk to switch out on things as well. But the idea is this, to bring it on free switches, get Shell Smashers, survive with the Sturdy. Especially it's easier to preserve since the heavy duty boots works pretty well on them. Oh yeah, we also have boots on Alchemy, by the way. I didn't talk about that, but it just helps the sweeping potential of these Pokemon, because there's a lot of toxic spikes and sticky webs that could be annoying for them. Excuse me. Now we do have kind of the status spreader and residual damage spreader too. It's Wheezing, gushing Wheezing. We're using a defensive one with a bit of speed, so it's a bit faster. As you can see, we reach the 168 spot to outspeed other walls as well, other fairy types, and pretty much the slow Pokemons that are in the tier. We're gonna spread the Will-O-Wisp around. You can Pain Split on Vaporeons, get a bunch of HP back, and similars. So it's just annoying Pokemon. It's got the Rocky Helmet, very nice item to break Sturdies on Socks, to do a lot of damage back against Cinchinos that use the Tail Whip, I think it's called. Is it called Tail Whip? No, it's not called Tail Whip. Tail Whip is the weak attack, it's just Tail Slap, there we go. But probably Wheezing will end up dying in the battle, and that's okay. Wheezing and Palpatone will be the ones that die the most, but that's the work they do, that's how they work. It can give you victories against the fast Socks and similar mons that try to win at the end game with physical sweeping potential, so it's good to have around. And this is the best set I got for it. I really like it. It's annoying, but it just works. Then we do have support Talonflame, one of the other Pokemon that I think it will get banned this month, but we'll see. If it stays, the team will be usable for more time. This is great. We got Brave Bird. It gives us a flying stab that's pretty dangerous. Can kill Virizions very quickly. Hitmonlees, Hitmontops, and similars. So having Brave Bird as an offensive move around, it's good, even if it's not invested, because this is more of a support set. It's going to be spreading Toxics around. With the boots, it's not going to take damage either from the hazards, which makes it actually a pretty decent defogger. We don't have Gale Wings. I think Gale Wings is too situational for this. Flame Body just works better most of the times. You're going to be spreading burns as well as toxic. So all around, Talonflame is one of the best Pokemons in the tier apparently, especially the offensive sense. Not this one, but I like this one for this team quite a bit. It gives us a fire resist. Apart from the other two mons, it's just another immunity to ground. Usually switches most of the bugs that are around this tier, because in PO there's a lot of them, and grass types. So this is quite good. And the idea is pretty much to get a decently reliable defogger that can spread as Wheezing status around. So then the sweepers and Mesprit can finish this game up. And finally, we've been seeing that the team, I've named it before, it's Palpatone. We have a Palpatone on this team. It is actually quite surprisingly good. It's Spadef Palpatone. It has a lot of speed, which is quite funny. I have this spread to outspeed Pokemon that reach 175. Again, Toxic it's called, spreading statuses. The idea of the team continues. It's got the Evaluate to give the extra defenses, of course. Earth Power, it's called for stabs. Be able to actually, they do a decent amount of damage too, especially against most of the Pokemons that try to stay in on it, which is quite funny. It's the stealth rocker of the team, but the most important thing of this Palpatone is that it's immune to electric and water. As if you've seen the team, electric and water are all around unresisted on the team. He's kind of weak to it, so just with the presence of Palpatone, it just mitigates all of that. And you can use the rest of Pokemon to weaken the water types or to weaken the electric types until Palpatone dies, and then the rest of mods can win. That's the the main focus that Palpatone has. It's actually very, very useful. It just makes the team. I think he makes the team, and I'm not even laughing. I think this Pokemon, even if though it will die in most battles, it just works. And I love it. I love having Palpatone working. This is so good. Earth power is very strong against Agrons, for example, Scald 2. But the most important thing is that it's a fantastic switch into Jolteon, which could be a problem depending on the Jolteon set. And pretty much having a reliable switch to Jolteon is great. Shadow Ball does not hurt this thing too much, and you can retaliate back with Scalds to burn the switch-ins, or just Earth Power to hurt the Jolteon if they decide to stay in for some stupid reason. So yeah, Palpatone actually makes the team. Not bad. So, this team is kind of works as a spreaders residual damage team to slowly beat up your opponents, and then with the Sweepers and Besprit and the Scaffer, just clean the mess that has happened. Of course, the team has weaknesses, as I saw on the Showdown Live. It was very weak to Poltergeist Pokemons. I don't have that many good resistance to Ghost. I don't have any, in fact. There's not that many Ghost spam though, but careful with that. Careful with Scarf Haunter. And that's pretty much it. All around the team kind of works pretty well. The teams that will be very hard to take down are stall teams or incredibly defensive teams with Heal Bell, with Vaporeon especially. But apart from that, the team should be good to go. In fact, we went 19 victories and 1 defeat in the stream. And in the video I recorded, most of the battles were victories too. So the team works, and it's pretty strong if you have patience with it and use the recovery moves and the statuses accordingly. So the link of the team will be in the description as always. I hope you enjoyed this team. Share it with your friends, with your mama, with your daddy. Share it with everyone, and I'll see you the next thing I'll do on this channel. Have a good day, and bye.